You got a million things to do this week. How are you going to get everything done? Don't worry about it. I got tips for you. What's up, Royal Fam? It's your girl, King Ashley, and welcome back to my channel. So, today's video is the third installment of my three-part school video set or series or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're going on to my favorite part, the organizational tips. Okay, I am all about organization when it comes to school, not so much about school. So we'll get right onto that and jump into tip numero uno. Okay, let's get it. Tip number one, don't overwhelm yourself. Trust me, don't do it. Okay, take enough classes to be full-time if you're a full-time student. Take enough classes to be part-time if you're a part-time student, and go. Okay, school will always be there. It'll be there forever. Of course, I know you don't want to spend 1,000,005 years in school, but you also don't want to overwhelm yourself so much while you're in school that you absolutely hate the entire experience. Okay, so typically a full-time student is 4 classes. A part-time student, I believe, is 2 classes. So just take enough to get by and to get your grant money or loans or whatever it is that you're doing. Do enough to do that and keep it moving. Okay, tip number 2, get up earlier. Okay, getting up earlier equals getting stuff done quicker. Okay, and I know y'all like, girl, listen, I'm in college, I'm able to sleep in, listen, okay, just because you're able does not mean you actually need to do it. Okay, now I spent my entire undergrad sleeping in until the cows came home, and I was tired all the time. I was groggy, I was moody as hell, I had no drive to actually get any of my work done, even after I'd slept for however long, stayed up all night, was up all day, the whole 9. Okay, but I was exhausted, and when you have an exhausted brain, it's very hard for you to remember things, so studying is a bust. It's very hard for you to focus on things, so working on homework or whatever it is a bust. So realistically, it's not really worth it. There's benefits definitely to staying up late. You have more fun, but the work that you're actually in school to do is getting thrown by the wayside. So getting up earlier definitely has its benefits. You get all of your work done early as hell. So say you get up at 8 o'clock and you get all of your work done by 12. Guess what you have for the rest of the day? Nothing to do. So go out and do whatever it is that you want to do after 12 because you've already gotten up and done all of your work. Tip number 3, get a calendar that you keep updated with your due dates at the start of the month via your syllabus or whatever it is that your teacher provides to show, hey, this is what's due this month. Keep that calendar on your wall so that you see it every single day so that you know what's coming and what's going to be due for that month. Tip number 4, keep a weekly calendar that basically does the same thing as your monthly calendar, but with the weekly one, you see the days of the week individualized. And within those days of the week, you can put, what are you doing on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? And each day, you'll know for a certain what it is that you're supposed to be doing that day, so you don't feel like, oh my God, I have all this stuff to do this week. No, just break it up and do one thing every single day, and it'll help you to get through the week, and it'll help you to make sure that you're getting everything done within the week that you need to get done. Tip number 5, on your monthly calendar, when you put your due dates, you need to schedule them a couple of days or even a week if you can earlier than what the actual due date is. So say it's due on Friday, you want to put that it's due on, I don't know, Wednesday, something earlier than what it is, so that you know for certain, number 1, you're getting all of your work done ahead of time and you're not going to miss any due dates, and number 2, you're going to be ahead of the game when it comes to getting your work out, and you're going to feel really productive and like, I'm in this school thing and I'm doing it and I'm killing it. Tip number 6, color code. And I know I mentioned this before when taking notes, but color coding stuff is key. It's absolutely key. Okay, so you want to color code your calendars. Every single class that you take needs to have a different color, whether you're using a dry erase board type of calendar, which is what I use. I have one for the month, and then I also have one that's a weekly thing. And I use dry erase markers. Boom, we're done, and I can just take it off and redo it every week and every month. Or if you're using a regular old calendar with pen ink or whatever, what you need to make sure you do is give every single class a different color, and put a little key up at the top so that you'll know what class is which, so you won't get confused. And you'll be able to look at your calendar and know exactly, okay, I have something due for sociology today, I have something due for psychology today, and you'll know exactly what it is at a glance. Number 7, don't be afraid to turn your work in earlier than the due date, okay? There's no penalty for turning your work in earlier. And you'll be ahead of the freaking game. I'm telling you guys, it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse with the whole be ahead of the game thing, but it makes you feel so good and so confident about your schoolwork when you're able to turn stuff in and you're the first one turning it in. Or you know for a fact that I've turned this in this week, so guess what? The rest of the week, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. It's just a really encouraging feeling to feel like you're kicking ass when you're in school. Tip number 8, keep your work on your computer separated into folders labeled with the class's name. So if you're taking Sociology 1301, all of your class stuff needs to go in that same folder. If you're taking Math 1314, all of your stuff needs to go in that folder. And keeping yourself organized that way will stop you from having a desktop full of freaking papers and a desktop full of just random stuff with no labels, no names. It's just assignment 1, assignment 2. Well, that's not really useful when you have assignment 1 and assignment 2 in every class. So if you stay organized that way, it'll declutter your space, whether it's in real life, in, you know, actual papers, or whether it is in virtual life on your computer. You want to just declutter as much as possible. It saves you so much time and energy because you're not feeling so frazzled and overwhelmed by looking at a whole pile of stuff. So keep things organized within your little folders on your computer, and it'll make for a cleaner space. Tip number 9, don't procrastinate, okay? And I am a complete hypocrite by saying this because I do it a lot, but at the end of the day, you please just don't do it. Don't procrastinate. Now, for instance, okay, for example, say you have a huge paper coming up, and the paper is like 10 pages, right? What you want to do is start at the top of that week from Monday to Friday and do 2 pages every single day, okay? And then guess what? You'll have your 10 pages by the end of the week. You could do more pages on one day, and then that'll cut out one of the days of the week that you have to actually do the paper. But make sure that you don't procrastinate, especially with huge assignments like that, because you will fall behind and you'll be trying to cram and rush everything and write everything really quickly, and you may screw something up or you may not make the deadline. So with big projects and papers and stuff like that, you want to just break the stuff down. My mom used to tell me all the time, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. It's the same thing when you have a huge assignment. So 10 pages, 5 pages, 6 pages, whatever it is, take each day out of the week and do 1 page, do 2 pages, do 3 pages, whatever it is. Just break it down so that you're not looking at this big daunting, oh my God, it's a 15-page paper. Just look at it as that's 3 pages a day. And the final tip, tip number 10, is make time for fun. Even if you have to pencil it in, which doesn't sound very fun, but just make time for having fun, okay? College is an experience. I've actually never gone to a physical college, but having that type of in-between teenagedom and adulthood time in your life is super fun, and you should be having a good time, and you should be making time to just relax and have a good time with the people who you're around every single day. Before you get into the real world, we have to pay a gajillion and 5 bills and all that other stuff. So just take time out to have a good time, relax your mind, whether you schedule in an entire day or you hop up early, like I said, and get all your work done, and you schedule in your fun time for after you've done all your work. Whichever way it goes, make time to have a good time. So that's it for my tips. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any other tips for organization, leave them down in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you tried any of the tips out, let me know. Follow me on social media. Be your beautiful self, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.